Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How you doing today? Yummy mommy, how you doing today? Put it in the comment section. Let me know how you're doing today because this topic we're about to discuss today, even I myself, I can relate. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Today I want us to talk about mom guilt. And yes, I know we can relate to it. Every mother should actually be able to relate to this. And in case you don't know, mom guilt is actually that part where you start to doubt yourself. Oh, can I really do this thing? Am I really doing a good job? Am I really doing what I'm supposed to do? And a lot of things that crosses our mind when it has to do with our children. It's so funny how that you feel you are actually the best at so many things, but the moment it gets to your child, you start to doubt yourself. Like, am I really doing it right? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I doing it the right way? Is this actually the best way? This boy, this girl cannot talk, but am I giving them what they really need? Does it even like it when I do it this way? There are so many questions that pops up in your mind, and you're like, maybe I'm not even doing the right thing. Maybe I'm not even doing it well. Maybe maybe my mom is actually better than me, or maybe there are things I could have learned that could have made me better. There are a lot of maybes. When it comes to maybe, there are actually a number of things that can keep coming to your mind. But one thing I want you to know is that it is fine. Like the fact that you're even having mom guilt is actually a proof that you are doing the best to make sure that your child is having the best experience of you as his mom or as a mom. And it's a proof that you want to be better. You want to be sure that you're better. It's a proof that you love your child. It's a proof that you want to give the best to your child. It's a proof that you want to get better so as to be able to give much more to your child. Like, there are a number of things that I can tell you that you're doing right, even when you feel like some days you have mom guilt. That mom guilt in itself is actually a right thing, but it becomes the other way when it is not well managed, when you start to doubt yourself, when you start to feel less of yourself as a mom. Yes, you're doing a good job. You're doing an amazing job. And I just want to remind you that nobody would have done it better than you. Yes, the fact that you're having that mom guilt means that you are actually doing a good job. You're just looking for opportunities to, do it better. For myself as a person, even right from when I was pregnant, I started to ask questions. Hey, this mom guilt of a thing, I think most time it starts from when the baby is even in the womb. Because I'm speaking from my own experience, I started to ask a lot of questions and asked a lot of I like a lot of doubt started coming to my mind. How that, oh, am I even eating the right food? Am I even drinking the right amount of water that this child needs to survive in the womb? Am I even this? Am I even that? There were a lot of questions even before the baby came to the world. How much more after the baby arrived? Like the first thing that actually was like the part of mommy guilt for me was when my baby went for first immunization and then a circumcision. Hey, come and see me asking myself that, is it even necessary? Should we even do it? Because I couldn't watch him go through that pain. And my husband just kept encouraging me that it's actually one of the kind of pain that is important for a child, and that we love him is actually a proof that we're even making him go through it right now rather than, go through the pain, the actual pain in the future. I started questioning myself. I couldn't sleep well. I kept on looking at him. Come and see the person I was worried about. We came back, we got back home that very day. He slept, he woke up cranky, he ate. I gave him I think paracetamol, if I can remember carefully. Yeah, paracetamol. And that was it. The boy was up and running again. Another part for me was when he was going to take his first immunization here in the UK, and I was like, "Hey, God, oh, this boy that is already used to immunization in Nigeria, now the boy did not say us to come to the UK." This boy is going to collect another injection in a totally new environment and everything. And we went to do you sincerely as a mom. My heart was just like, hey God. I was even praying in tongues. I was trusting God that this boy will not, feel so much pain and everything. I was really worried. But my husband kept encouraging me. You know how men are. Strong men. Well, me, I'm not strong anything when it comes to my child. So I could remember, we got back. I was even like petting him, trying to like give him everything he wants and all of that. Trust me, when this boy woke up, usually when he takes injection in Nigeria, he sleeps for a little while, and then like minimum of 2 to 3 hours. We got here, we go back home from the immunization from our GP, and he slept. I was hoping he was going to sleep for long as usual in Nigeria. This boy woke up in less than 40 minutes and he was up and running, moving everywhere. Remember that I see this boy that I'm worried about too. That is just for you to know that a lot of time when we're concerned about our children, is actually from the place of love. One. Number two is the fact that most of the time they will be fine. Like we worry so much that we'll be surprised that when the thing now eventually leaves, like you wonder that why was I worried all along? Like look at the boy, he's up and running, or the girl she's up and running again, and look at me, I was worried sick about him. So that's just to tell you that your mom guilt is real, but most importantly, the child will actually be fine. I wouldn't want you as a mom to soak yourself up in so much worry of what you're not doing right, because there are actually a number of things that you are doing right. I want you to pay more attention to the things you're doing right so you can do more, and pay little or less attention to the things that you feel you're not doing right. For the things you're not doing right, you can actually um get to learn from other people about it. Some things that I feel, oh, I need to know better about, I go to YouTube and watch videos on it. Yes. And the fact that you're even watching this video right now is actually a proof that you want to know better. You want to be able to give your child the best, which is why I'm rooting for you every day and night. Because for any like for you to be a mother, a human life is dependent on you, if not even two or three, for those that give birth to twins or triplet and many more. For you to know, so the fact that that is already on you is a lot of work in itself. And I wouldn't want you to second guess yourself for doing what you're doing. You are doing a very, very good job. Another thing that causes mom guilt is actually when we set unrealistic expectations, or when we're looking at other people to make decisions or do things for our children. What do I mean? A lot of time, the reason why you feel you're not doing so well is because you're seeing somebody else that seems to be doing so well. And you'll be amazed that it's not actually that the person is doing so well, it has just been portrayed that way. Yes. You'll be amazed that the person you are looking up to, you'll be amazed that you are actually even doing better than the person. Yes, I'm serious. A lot of time, because we don't see this thing inwardly, we tend to feel like, oh, maybe this person is doing better, or maybe this person is a better mom than I am. It's because we are setting unrealistic expectations for ourselves. One of the video I did when I first started this channel, I could remember I was saying in that video that if you come online, everybody will say, oh, when my kids wake up in the morning, they have their bath and all of that. I said it in that video. When I wake up in the morning, it's not every time I wake up in the morning that I beat my child immediately. Sometimes I take breakfast, the baby takes breakfast, and then we now eat, and then we now have our bath. You know, it works for. And when I mean this, I was talking about when my child was still a newborn, not now. When my child was still a newborn, you know, I'm trying to tell you that most times people will say, oh, wake up in the morning, but maybe your own baby was up all through the night, which automatically means that you were also up all through the night, and then you didn't get to start to get a sleep until maybe around 6 a.m. and you're now saying, oh, my baby have to have a bit by 7 a.m. Who set the timeline? Who said it has to be 7 a.m.? What is wrong when you wake up by 9 and you have your baby's bath by 9? Instead of saying, oh, this person beat his child by 7, so I have to do mine by 7. Who said so? When it comes to motherhood, you have to first understand what works for you. If you are not doing what works for you, you will constantly be worn out. And that in itself is not good for your health, and it's also not good for your baby's health. You have to be able to set a realistic expectation of what works for your family. That 7 a.m. that somebody else is beating his child might be what works for her. If you don't have anywhere you are going, what are you waking up by 6 a.m. to beat your child for? Or maybe the baby even started sleeping by 6, and then I would now wake the baby up by 7 because I want to fulfill what? All righteousness? No, my dear. I left the WhatsApp group a long time ago. I do what works for me first. Yes, every other person will be fine. Everyone is doing what works for them. Why copy what works for you when it is probably not going to work for me? I'm not saying that we shouldn't learn from people. I'm not saying that we shouldn't, cultivate some habit from some people. But if it doesn't work for me, I'm dropping it, girl. I am putting it down. I'm not that strict with myself. No, I do what works for me first. Because when I'm able to do that, then it means that I am able to do some things at my pace. It gives me like opportunity to breathe. Yes, others are waking up 5 a.m. I don't have somewhere I'm going. Why am I waking up 5 a.m.? I will sleep. The rest that I need to have, I would have it. And then when the whole thing is then we have our bath and all those things. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. So set realistic expectation. I understand it's good, this person is doing this, that person is doing that. If you're not doing it, it is not bad. In as much as it is not a do or die, it's not like a drug that you have to give your child by 7 a.m. It's not like static timeline. If it is not, then create your own timeline. Feel free to create what works for your family, what works for yourself, what works for your children. It is very, very important. The third thing that I would also advise is actually communication with your community. And when I mean community, not necessarily 10-15 people. As a mom, you need that community. It is very, very important. That community, oh God. Because, and when I mean community, like I said, it doesn't have to be like a WhatsApp group. Yeah, it could be like your friend. There are some of my friends that I know that we are in this journey of motherhood together. And when it looks like it's already getting to me, I just take my phone and put a call through. My head is banging. Sometimes I call Blessing Bola Shie, she's also a YouTuber. I call her and say, this. And she too, she calls me to say, this and this and this and that. Like, when it comes to children, I think they all belong to a particular WhatsApp group, because you'll be surprised that what this one is doing is what the other person is doing. My auntie sent me a picture of her baby, of her son, when he was like the same age as my baby right now, and some things that he did during those period that she captured on her phone, and how that she saw my baby doing the same while we were on video call, and she sent me the video, and I'm like, these children are the same. So sometimes you might need to like unwind. You might need somebody to just talk to, because it can really get to you. So you have to have that speed dial of somebody you can talk to. Sometimes I just call my friend, Ike, come here, oh, this boy, this and that. They cheer me up, they encourage me. Bolu, what if you this. I have them like that. I have awesome community. I have great friends that I can easily reach out to, and then they just encourage me. So anytime I feel like my head is trying to turn on you, I just put a call through, and then they encourage me, and then we go again. So you must have somebody. Most times the person that even takes the what's it called the most is my husband. Any small thing, this, and then it goes again to encourage me, because in this job we cannot quit. If you are tired, you rest and you go again, you rest and you go again. So you just need to find somebody that you can actually talk to, share your mind, your troubles with, and then they encourage you. That is very, very important. Two things I'm going to say before I round up. Number one, embrace flexibility. And number two, don't be afraid to delegate some duties. Yes. Embrace flexibility. It also boils down to the second point that I mentioned about doing things at your own pace. Feel free to delegate. Feel free to get some task. Feel free to be flexible. If money does not work for you for some things, then night. Wow, my baby's awake. Yeah, as I was saying, if money does not work for some activities, then evening should work for some activities. Let me take myself for example. I love to like work out, take a stroll, or maybe do in-house workout. But these days, I've been doing more of in-house than taking a walk and all of that, because before I wrap my head around carrying baby pram, carrying food, doing all of those things, time is already up. I just try to do what I can do at home, and then that is it. So be flexible as a mom. Try to be flexible, and most importantly, delegate some of the duties. There are times that I just say, "Oh, my husband, please help me do this and this and this," because I understand here in the UK we currently do not have help, and I'm the only one saddled with this responsibility. So I try to like, okay, my husband help me out with some of it, and then that helps me to also like get some time to myself. And then another thing, as a mom, try as much as possible to always find some time for yourself. I did a video when I went to retire my locks at Wigan, and I was sharing in that video how that I went alone. I didn't go with my baby was with my husband. That day I had an opportunity to reflect. I was in a train, on a train. I was on a train, and I had time to like think about my life, reflect on some things, think about some things, strategize on some things, because I was alone. I didn't have baby to take care of, so it was quite easy for me to do that. It was a moment of reflection for me, and I really, really enjoyed it. And I actually look forward to another opportunity like that. So what am I trying to say? There are times that you might actually need some time to yourself. It is very, very important. Whenever you need those time, try to take it. There are times I just beg my husband to like undo the baby while I probably sleep, or probably take a stroll, just to like clear my head. Mommy guilt can be a lot, but when you create time to actually like care for your own mental health, like set out time for yourself, it is very, very important. Sometimes the time that I get to do that, whenever my baby is sleeping at night, I come to the sitting room and I sit down on my table, and I just reflect, think about some things, take out time to pray. Those times I have that time to myself. I do a lot of prayer work. I do a lot of strategizing on my YouTube videos, my other expressions, the book I'm writing, and a number of things. So that might actually be another opportunity for you. Maybe if you're not feeling too sleepy, or if you can sacrifice that maybe an hour or two when your baby is already asleep at night, to be able to get some things done, and you'll be amazed at how productive that will be. And I think that would lessen the thought of mom guilt, that you'll be able to like feel better. I hope you feel better after watching this video. If you have watched up to this point, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. A lot of you are watching my videos and not subscribing. Don't you like my face? Subscribe and turn on your notification so that you will get notified when I post new videos. And also, I hope you're anticipating the motherhood and career with Global Chemie. It's a conversation around how to balance motherhood and also the choice of our career, how to have a successful career and also a successful motherhood journey. And it's coming up in July, first Friday in July. We're going to be premiering the first episode, and then I know it's going to be amazing. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.